Technical barriers to trade have just ballooned over the last 25 years. One thing comes up time and time again is market access. It's not just good enough to have a product ready, but you need to get it into the supply chain and into the hands of customers. And don't forget about the systems in between that make that happen.
When you're diagnosed with a food allergy in particular from the doctor or the GP or an immunologist, you're told to go to the free-from section and avoid your allergen. I decided to build a top 14 allergen-free brand. Not just food that tasted good, but food that was completely safe without doubt. And that was the moment Creative Nature was born. Today, Creative Nature, though, I'm proud to say, exports to 18 countries worldwide. With the QR, we were part of GS1 UK's pilot programme because trust matters to our consumers and consumers want more transparency. This QR code was the gateway into that. I think of GS1 as a shared global language, enabling me to access every single market. They allow small brands to operate like established ones, not by cutting corners, but by building on trust. GS1 barcodes aren't just numbers to me. They're my passport into selling into more countries. Now we're entering an even more powerful phase, which is the next generation QR codes. Far more than just a product name and description. They can carry full allergen information, ingredient transparency, certification, compliance data, and best of all, the brand's purpose and story. Imagine a parent in a supermarket or a traveller on a plane, a child with allergies. They scan a product and instantly know it's safe. Less stress, less risk, more inclusion. And that's not just innovation, that's impact.
This is my first business. I've never been in retail before, so I didn't know where to go or what to do. I went to my local beauty supply store, looked at the shelves, and I saw that the one thing that my products didn't have were barcodes. So I scoured the internet. And there were quite a few barcode service providers, but they just didn't seem trustworthy until I came across GS1. When I got onto the GS1 website, immediately I felt at ease because purchasing these barcodes was so simple. And that was actually the key to the door that helped me to gain my confidence in spreading the word about my products, 12 teaspoons. Because of the barcodes that I have with GS1, the sky is the limit. I'll be able to place my products at any reputable place. It really made me feel like my products are trusted and to create a viable business that can grow into something that is international.
The greenhouse sector produces plants, flowers and vegetables, and today we'll be focusing mainly on the vegetable part of the sector. It consists of approximately over 2% of the Dutch GDPs. These greenhouses are really high-tech, modernized, AI-driven with a lot of robotics inside. Every year we're collecting data on our growers. We use, in accordance with the PEFCR, allows us to have at least a European language and a European model on how we want to measure environmental impact. GS1 has been directly and indirectly involved in setting up this standard, this European standard. And it really allows us to say, okay, we can measure what we're doing and we have an independent institution and standard that acknowledges the impact that we have.
80% of the impact on sustainability, on climate, on biodiversity or water of the food system comes from the farm level. So if you want to improve something, you need data. We like data as a bank because we want to know how our customers are doing. So we can go to European Bank and say we have a lot of green loans. We can prove to you that we have a lot of green loans because we have really green farmers. But in the end, I think we want to move the whole system to become more sustainable. We all share the same language, the same questions on the same way. That's where GS1 comes in, because I think it's really great that there is a party in the world who is really looking at data, making data transferable, connected to a product, connected to a different place. That's essential for our way of looking at data and data connections. So we try to make one language. It's about the same KPIs, building a framework on how to validate the data. We should try to do that on a larger level on the whole world. If you can hand a farmer on one language, one set of KPIs, that he knows that everybody looking at it in the same way. So he can be sure that he can look at his own products, can see on how high he scores with his KPIs, and can find the right off-taker for his product. It makes the system much more efficient if everybody asks the same questions in the same way on the same time. So everybody, the answer is just needed once. That makes lower cost, but also I think it helps to show to the public that we are all at least trying to do the right thing in the right way. I think we need a true value language. We need this way of data keeping, this way of data flowing. GS1, it's for the data flowing, I would say. I think we need it really fast.